Yeah, I'm gonna get real up and personal with the G button. So Liza's loaning me her brand new Africa Twin, which is currently only showing 1,857 miles. So here we are in beautiful sunny Santa Cruz, and we're gonna go out for a little ride around the neighborhood. I'm gonna try not to stall it though, because it would be. You know, that is one of those things that like you just naturally. And every time somebody comes into my shop and they jump on an electric, they do the same thing. They're grabbing for the clutch all the time. And with this having the parking brake there, you know, it's like, oh, man, that would really be something. So.
But I find because this actually goes through the gears,
yeah,
your mind adjusts quicker.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do. I like that. And so that makes this so different than the Goldwing, though, because you could tell this is meant to be an off-road vehicle, and it's very manual, where that Goldwing is very automatic.
The Adventure Sport,
Uh-huh.
bigger tank, bigger suspension, higher bars,
Yep.
higher windshield.
Now, is the suspension on this pretty much the way it just came out of the crate, or whoever tested it last set it up?
Yeah.
So it's been good for you. Cool. Fantastic. I'll be back shortly. Oh, yeah, that feels really good. Boy, the power delivery on this one's nice. I'm in the manual mode, so we can kick the gears around. Thumb for down, trigger for up. Neat. Oh, yeah. Now, you don't feel it clicking down through them. There's no sensation in your butt when you're clicking down through the gears. So that's something. Really kind of thought there'd be more of a pronounced feeling. Even when you pull up to a stop and you're in first gear, it does not give you a feeling like clunk, 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 or switch, switch, switch. None of that. So we're going to go down here to the boardwalk. You just got to love Santa Cruz. It is such a cool place. And the Misfits, of course, they are just the best. So that was, the bike had I'd put the bike into third gear in that little short distance. And then what it did was it went ahead and it did very pronounced shift itself right there. Pretty cool. Now that's definitely not where I would have put it. So now we're going to take it out of the automatic mode and we're going to go ahead and let me do a little shift on my own. So what we'll do is we'll go in front of the amusement park here in the arcade. Still holding the second gear just fine. And we'll do a loop. We'll just go up to the lighthouse. Oh, I should have asked Liza what's the correct method for turning off the heated grips. Oh, there we go. I see the display now. Oh, 5 levels of heat on the heated grips. I got to tell you, from being from Cleveland, I need level 0. It's a beautiful day out today. Now, of course, that's something I would always want. We get all this display. There's so much information on the dashboard right now. And now just getting on the bike cold. I didn't read the manual. I know nothing about this thing. I mean, literally nothing about it. And so first trip right off the chute, I don't see ambient temperature up there anywhere. I see average consumption. So we'll play around. Let's just keep stabbing buttons and see if we can make that come up. Yeah, there's mode. I think we'll try mode button. See if mode gives us anything that we can work with. Okay, so mode takes us up into our different windows on the display. All right. And then we can select them. Range, check. Trip, check. Average speed, 33 miles per hour. Something about cons. This is how you crash a brand new bike, by the way, is you are literally looking at the frickin' gauge cluster and you're not looking at the road. And I do know, guys, I am aware of the fact that I am allowed to lane split here, but Oh, there you go. There's air temperature. 69 degrees. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you come to Santa Cruz in February. Yeah. That is awesome. And it is, I mean, this is what you want. This is the experience you want to have. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it doesn't want to fight you on the transmission at all. The shift is perfect. The shift is so perfect. Oh, that is the first extremely strong smell of weed hit I got. But here we are. You guys check out all the surfers. That's cool. I'm going to try not to crash this motorcycle while I'm checking out all the surfers. Uh-huh. Boy, I wish you guys could smell that. The sea, air, and weed. Not joking. Super cool. I'll give you guys the up-top view. Appreciate that. All right, no turn signal. Just stopping for the people in the... Like, people are being so courteous and kind and sweet. Yeah. Wetsuits with a hood. It does sound good. Es has the afterburbles. I love it. Super fun. And we're not going to go out and have fun on this thing and play around at any sort of high speed. This is actually the world's worst test ride, but it doesn't matter. I'm in Santa Cruz, and I couldn't be happier about it. It is fucking awesome. It is everything I like. A motorcycle on the West Coast. Super cool. Just great. And I know, of course, anybody who's a West Coaster that's watching me do this right now is just yelling at me to filter up through this traffic. But you know what? I've literally been on a motorcycle in California now for about 5 minutes. And I think that I'm just going to take my time and enjoy the scenery, people. Y'all are going to have to get used to it. Yeah, too freaking good. Just too good. All right. Yeah, the manual is right on target. Manual is literally, it's just... Now, of course, when you're in the automatic mode, you can override it. So you absolutely can punch yourselves up and down. Just doing the Gucci trick, trying all the buttons under my thumb. Yeah, you can punch it up, you can punch it down. It will take it, even in automatic mode. Coronavirus. You can punch it down into first gear. It will just do what you ask it to. So the manual is always an override to the automatic. So you'll put an automatic, that's great. I hope you're enjoying automatic, but the second you want to take manual control of the bike and put it in the gear you choose, you can go ahead and do that. All right. Let me open it up just a tiny bit here. I see a little Porsche Speedster running around, and you know it's probably a replica, but you know what? You don't care, because it's so fucking cool. And you could actually go out and enjoy it. Yeah, of course it's going to shift you for economy mode when you're poking around like this. So put it in manual for a second. Yeah, I hope you guys love this, because just... You got the ocean on your left. You got a kick-ass Honda Africa Twin that Liza's letting you borrow. Yeah. That's about as cool as hell. Nothing wrong with that. Just love it. Super, super cool. Yeah. Just can't possibly say how much I love that. Okay, we're going to go up here. We're going to execute a little bit of a change of direction. How's that for control? It does go through 3 gears in the absolute please don't do anything fun or hostile shifting point. I will have to review the YouTube video later to see at what point on the tachometer that thing shifted, but I think it was, just a hair over 2,000 RPM. Yeah, this thing is all about keeping you down low. It's a torquey thing, not a spinny thing. Oh yeah, that's just so fantastic. It's kind of fun. There's little noises there. That's cool. I dig it. All right. This does turn into a parade, I know. It is a tall bike. I'm flat-footed, but I'm a tall person, so she said this is that adventure package, and yeah, it's tall. It's it's not any taller than my KLR. Like let's not call it a monster or a beast when it's not. It's totally doable, and I don't think there's anything about it that's off-putting. I mean, if you're 5'6", you're probably going to have to change some stuff around, but I think realistically. I think for just the way the bike is, it's pretty fantastic, and it does totally lend itself to being standing up on the pegs, doesn't it? Oh, it totally does. Now that was a manual mode, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I shifted that thing back down into first gear, there wasn't even a click. I mean, nothing. I was at the absolute what I would have considered to be the stall point, and that thing went into first gear. And it didn't even tick. There was no snick. There was nothing. It was just, I don't know. It's magic. I'm telling you. It's all trickery. It's little pixies dancing around there and running the gremlins in the corners and just changing gears and moving metal parts around. But I don't know how you can move metal parts around that are load bearing and can handle all the torques, and yet you don't feel a clunk, 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 clunk. It's just happening. Now you see that whole thing, that whole blah, 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 that was me doing that. I did that. That's an artifact of riding motorcycle shifting gears for my entire damn life. Because if I just pull the trigger and don't dick around with the throttle, it's just like bada. It's truly velvety goodness. So that's just me being a dumbass. So don't blame the bike for that momentary lack of civility. That's all this guy. You notice a copious lack of clutch hand. So we get back to Liza's. I'm sure if you guys were watching the video, you might have noticed that all the bikes in the parking lot today, every single bike in the parking lot, was electric. I mean, there's an Energica's there. There's some Zeros there. All kinds of electric bikes there. And there's even a Lightning. So that's one of the Lightning Strikes. And gotta say, looking at that thing, oh man, I would have been embarrassed to sell that to a customer. The guy's there, he paid $20,000 for it, and it's just, I mean, it may not be garbage, but it's assembled like garbage. I mean, just the carbon fibers flaking off, and there's big holes in it where it shouldn't be, and the fit and finish is, well, there's no fit and finish. It looks like it was done by like a project, like a college did a EV project, and that's what you ended up with. It's just a mess. We'll take some pictures of it later if he's still there. I wouldn't be surprised though if he didn't just fuck off, because you don't spend $20,000 and go somewhere and have people tear your shit up. Now, I don't live here, so I don't have anything at stake. I don't know the man who built it. I don't know the man who bought it. I don't know any of those things. So all I am is just a guy looking at it who has a lot of experience with motorcycles. And boy, what I saw was not impressive. It was a hot mess. And so, I was as kind and as diplomatic as I could be. But I hope that he got the message that before anybody cashes his check or before anybody, I don't know, man, before anybody makes investments with the $20,000 check he wrote to buy this thing, he should return it and get his frickin' refund, because that thing, I'd have been angry if I spent $6,000 and it looked like that. I mean, we've seen bikes come in from China that didn't look as bad as that thing did. It looked pretty bad. And it's that's not the way you want to have a motorcycle. And so now everybody can be butthurt, and it's okay. You guys are totally okay to be butthurt that I'm not taking this bike and flogging around up on, the curvy road or anything right now. But you got to appreciate, I've been stuck in the winter for months and months and months, and this is an active, functioning beach with young people and girls wearing bikinis and all this cool stuff happening. You guys are going to have to suck it up and accept the fact that this here Mr. Snowback here has got to go out and appreciate this beauty, and I really do. I just can't leave this to be down here and not experience it. It's so cool. And our buddy Knox back at the garage, so we'll go back and say hi to him. And now that I've gone out and taken the bike for a ride, now I can drink responsibly. I do. It pulls like a 1,000cc bike should, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I do love the way it will let you hold the gear out for a lot longer than other bikes will let you hold the gear out. I think that's very cool. God love them for that. Because they could have really nerfed that. I mean, I've ridden a lot of motorcycles that they definitely won't let you have that kind of fun with the bike. Yeah, so you could behave like a normal person. I gotta remember that I don't have to get off the throttle between shifts. It's so ingrained when you're shifting the motorcycle, but you're not clutching the motorcycle. You're only performing half of the action, and because you're only performing half of the action, it's very weird. All right, let's see how she do. Super cool. Oh, that does feel good, doesn't it? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with this. It is delightful. All I need is a 10 and a 5, or keys in a car and a sober driver. BWRUN beer run. That's right, we're going on a beer run, folks, and I will catch you back later on. Ride fast and take chances.